pistols. We're into Nuke, and already we're going to be seeing Simple's USP tested on that yard. Heroic and Na'Vi clashing, and already one to the good. You can see the odds leaning Heroic's way. Already saw a better side to Na'Vi's Nuke. Admittedly, though, on the T side, as they dominated their way to Furia. 10 T rounds, so we only got to see a fraction, a glimpse of what the Na'Vi CT side looks like. Now, Testis is cooking up some magic in the utility department. I think that's for Heaven.
Whatever, this is a very, very slow approach. Mirage was explosive. This is the opposite from Heroic.
If I had to take a guess here, they're going to fake it top? No, they're full committing. This makes sense. Okay, well, there's Heaven and Main smoked off, and the entire Heroic squad are in.
Retake simulator.
Retake simulator entirely. Yeah, dude, they're even off down the vents. What are they up to? They've got so much time, courtesy of their smokes. They can really spread themselves out thin and start getting under enemy lines. Simple.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
He had such a good read. Perfecto is into the site and causing chaos. Cadian, however, does try and keep things level. He's being hunted down, should be finished off, and now it gets a bit weird. They're on the defuse, at least a fake. Testis up the ladder, down from Main. You need to take that frag. It needs to be onto Boomich, and he does provide it. Stown, round winning. And now it's all onto him. He just has to get through this Simple defense. Simple's the bodyguard. You have to topple him. He hasn't been able to do it. The body block is enough. Get down, Mr. President. He throws his flesh in front of enemy lines. And that will be a Na'Vi pistol. Heroic give us a beautiful plant. A 5v5 retake, as you discussed. But it is Na'Vi who do manage to come out with the frags and the round. It was a double kill from Perfecto, who just managed to keep it a bit chaotic. You could see that all of these afterplant positions as Heroic rustled around the entirety of Nuke, up Heaven, down ramp, that secret.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, couldn't find the head. Couldn't find it. Simple just throwing his entire body in front of it.
Well, they're going to buy anyway here. Heroic are back out with 3 rifles, 2 AKs, a Galil, couple of Deagles. The action will not stop here today.
Their buy looks good, dude.
Yeah, smokes towards yard as well, so rotating out to deal with this will be Simple. Smoke's going to obscure the vision. And creep up behind that and drop the second. This is what we saw yesterday from Na'Vi. So refresh, he's through to warehouse already. Yeah,
it's exactly what we saw Na'Vi, and they were thriving behind them. It leaves a lot of questions for the CTs to answer. They've lost the warehouse info. It could be secret. You may have to rotate. And it's in the end, it leaves with Simple's departure.
He just got pinned to the locker room. This is odd.
But now they're going down secret. And the CTs are still trying to piece together what they have lost.
They think they're all stuck over towards warehouse. There's nobody towards lower whatsoever right now for Na'Vi. They're just going to stroll into the site right here. Na'Vi are scrambling around, checking ladder, making sure they're not being flanked. And by the time they get down there, Heroic are already knocking on the door.
Yeah, Electronic is going to beat them. Only slightly, only just. And Cadian's the one that will make this very difficult now.
Oh, this position sucks.
It really does. He's got too many targets. He does manage to take one down with him. And Boomich's rotation cut short. He's down to 8 HP. And Stown, don't take the bomb, dude, you crazy cat. Bits on the ramp, and chances dwindling now for Na'Vi. They may just have to try and cut their losses.
There's 20 seconds left. I'm not sure if Boomich is looking to go pick up this other rifle, if they want to try and deny the plant. He's even going to find almost a kill. Refresh down to 3.
It's a very nerdy start. Like, Heroic's first 2 rounds on Nuke. Can we just discuss what they've hit us with?
Okay, so we had that really, really late top piece on pistol, right? Where they're hunting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool your jets.
I don't know how close Cadian's going to get here. There's 3 of them now towards ladder base, Alex.
Bits got the flash. I mean, what have we got? About 10 seconds left?
Yeah, well,
they're coming.
+4 or 5 once the bomb goes off. They are coming.
Yeah. This pop flash will catch them. Someone turns. Oh, God, they're not going to leave with anything here, Na'Vi. Unless Bit can somehow make it all count. There they go. Heroic snatch away every single rifle they could.
Shush with 4.
That's better than winning the pistol. I mean, the fact that they've just taken everything away from Na'Vi's reinvestment. Now they're left on 1,500. It's a double eco either way. You may as well treat yourself to some pistols.
What on earth is going on? What a kooky retake on that top site as well. Like, the pistol round, wild. This second round, like, seeing Simple just get absolutely destroyed in locker room, and then Na'Vi had no idea. Like, they were completely duped. They had absolutely no idea of what they were looking at there. Great stuff from Heroic to bounce back after the pistol loss.
Yeah, but we know how Na'Vi's Deagles tends to go, and despite the flashbang, they still charge through, taking as much space as they can. It's Bit who they are running down. He's baiting in for Simple. Oh, they're not checking him. Simple's going to catch you on a couple of heads. Throwing a couple of hands. Na'Vi respond in force. He's going for the plant here. Lower sight is the target of their affection. Trying to save the day now. Bit and Simple did so much work. It may be for naught. Rifle's certainly favored now that Shush has found that frag. The flash is completely eaten up. Refresh does not pull the trigger. Does not give them that info. Instead, it's just blind shots through the smoke. The clock is getting dangerously close now. Boomich running out of opportunities. He has found the frag. Can they stop that defuse? Looks like Shush is in a prime position to do so. Plants too wide. It gets very costly, very close. But it's another one for Heroic. Na'Vi's Deagles just never to be underestimated.
Oh, Perfecto's right below him. Oh, trying to find a gun or something. I don't think both expected each to stay around. Okay, well, Shush, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah,
First couple of rounds of play.
2 quad kills,
wild.
I think.
You know, when Nico went, those bow up Nico, we saw them go, right? I thought to myself, how are you going to fill the shoes of Nico, right? Because of what he does for this team.
Yeah.
Right, what he did for the team before was huge, but Shush is filling those shoes. Refresh is a star in his own right. The upgrades Heroic have made this year. Jesus. Okay, well.
He's 7-1. That's more frags than the entirety of his squad. And they're doing the same again. This time the wall of smoke's enabling safe passage. Straight down. Now, Na'Vi have gone for a full ramp stack, so they're going to be very quick to respond to this site being taken. Refresh has managed to spring all the way up that ramp, which does make this a lot easier. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be taking that. Thank you very much. A Mac 10 mowdown.
How do they read that so perfectly? They've just dropped secret smokes. They've run across with no resistance. Both Mac 10s bounding through, not even clearing most of the corners. And then both choke points are locked down for the descent. Mac 10s on either side of this ramp position.
It couldn't have been better.
I know it's just an eco. Like, I'm getting really excited, but it's because they don't go like that. We just saw it in the last map. They don't go like that.
Yeah, it was too easy, just too perfect. Now, we are seeing those Mac 10s carried over, a bonus of sorts, and Na'Vi back into the weapons. It's far from ideal, though. You can see how much of their utility they've had to dump just to house a fast play. And now, speaking of fast play, it looks like Heroic want to turn up the heat on this top site. They're pushing onto that Perfecto FAMAS. He's done very well to find the first. The trade provided by none other than Shush, this talent that keeps on delivering. It's Boomich's turn. Team Molly, Refresh to come up clutch. He's really not got enough left in the tank. 34 points of health, and Electronic, nice tight line. 2 points of contact, finished off, and Na'Vi back into contention.
I love this game. Just keep it at this pace. This is fantastic stuff. They're trading the ideas, the explosions. Perfecto are playing on top of the silo to avoid the molly. Gets one. Oh, it's great. This is fantastic.
It's almost too much for you to talk about in the 9 seconds you've now got.
This is great. I'm loving this. Okay, Na'Vi back in with another buy here. Same for Heroic. Continuing this pace with the AKs out. Cadian with the big green in his hands.
I'm interested to see what that changes in terms of the outside yard battle. We've always seen 2 variations of the Heroic smokes. Initial damage inflicted from the team, I believe. That's Electronic down early into the vents. And oh my God, Boomich has just run over Refresh. He was fully white through the smoke as well. Cadian's completely exposed, and Electronic finding him. He did pull the trigger onto Simple, though. And Boomich has made no secret of his main active SMG play, so Natus is the one to spring to action for that. This is a crazy game. I need to screw my head on tight. Hang on, I need to talk quicker for the type of gameplay we're seeing. There goes another Perfecto. Molotov out of position. Now, he did go down the vents an awfully long time ago. It's brave to try and come back up, so Electronic's still holding his nerve. Perfecto behind the site, it's a 2-1 split, and that's bit gone. Perfecto's his next victim, and Shush is incredible. Down can hold this vent, rotate. Electronics walking straight into it, and there you have a Heroic turnaround. Shush bails him out of trouble. It looked great for Na'Vi.
Shush, I haven't said his name before. We'll say it again. He is popping off in a big way here. Boomich gets an absolute freebie there, and then this trade from Electronic is perfect. but isolated. Boomage between a rock and a hard place. Stounce just crept out towards the vent. Tessus is aware. They drop on, they pincer him, and then this double kill. Perfecto swinging for the trade, can't get anything done, and then up the vent. There you go. Try and keep track of this because it's action everywhere.
Dude, imagine putting, you know, a team like this, Heroic, versus a team like that, Gambit.
Oh.
Do you remember how chaotic that could be?
Yeah.
You know, one of the masters of slow versus the masters of speed.
Hope we get some of this action tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's see what Na'Vi have got. I mean, they've already proven that they can contend.
Well, that's the thing, right? Right now, the status quo of Counter-Strike, it's all over the shop, right? We know who the top 2 dogs are.
Yeah.
After that, you could throw a dart at the top 20, and you could probably make a decent argument for why the 3rd, 4th, 5th best team could be there.
Yeah, that's a perfect summary.
Oh, the double Zeus's.
Maybe we get a little bit of that Zeus ladder action.
We liked it with Fury yesterday. They kept it interesting. They just out-ramp. I don't understand how they pip this gap every single time.
And also, by the way, last eco, they stacked ramp.
Yeah. They went just straight down secret. So this time they played more heavy for top and yard and they just run straight out ramp. I don't know if Hunden and Cadian are 2 of the maddest men ever to do this, but wherever these calls are coming from,
Oh, gosh.
I want to see more of it because it just avoiding danger, avoiding these ecos. This was a scourge in the first map for both teams, having to deal with these low buys, these pistol rounds. Here, Heroic have just avoided having to deal with any of that nonsense. The bomb's already halfway ticked. We haven't even seen a possible fight yet.
Yeah, that's the safest acquisition we've seen. Is Down aware? Must have been a sound cue. He's already looking for the Boomage T roof descent. And they're leaving with nothing? Absolutely nothing. Even caught by Stown, who is at T spawn. I mean, like...
The bomb's lower.
Yeah.
His team's a ramp.
Yeah.
Na'Vi have control of a couple of little bits. And yeah, Stown's still in T spawn,
Here
of course.
is your highlight from round 7. Check that one out. Wow.
Oh.
Just completely reading them like a bloody book. Ages 3 and up. They're talking about big red balls.
Oh, here we go again. Well, the Zeus are carried across. Warp out for Simple. Cadian with the Mackie boy.
What's he up to? What's he up to? He's straight down the vents. He doesn't have the bomb on his back, but that's a big slip. We know what Glaive likes to do with it. Let's see what Cadian likes to do. He's immediately opened the decon door. That will force a rotate, right?
Surely, it must do. They have to be aware this is open, otherwise Simple is super susceptible over towards ramp.
Dude, look what they're up to. Cadian actually has... I think he's got Simple dead to rights here.
Oh my golly
What a
gosh!
shot! Simple's going to put his fist through his desk. And they're walking up close. They catch the credit card swing. They might go topside on this. Stown's already in the lobby. The crossfire is established. And Stown goes poking and prodding and keeping them on their toes all over the map. Every contact Na'Vi take is redundant to the end result. The bomb's going lower. Stown's just caging this animal. Just has to stay here. They can't come vents, boys. Ramp is the threat. And the round is yours. This is Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy it while you can. Nice find. Consolation prizes at this point.
Yeah, good shots. They now know where both players are. Boomich was in the top site, Bit was towards yard. I think they may as well let them hold on to what they have here. Cadian's even grabbed the AWP. He went in, dropped down the vent, walked lower. Nobody had any idea and kills Simple with a burst of a Mac 10 at ramp. And that right there is basically the round.
At range.
Yeah, like it's not like this situation is up close. This is some wild stuff. You know, yesterday when we watched Na'Vi play, I'm not sure if everybody at home caught it, but on their T side, it was much slower than what you're seeing here, but it looked the same result, right? They were clinical. Every single duel they took, they looked like they knew exactly where the opponent was. Same thing with Heroic here, and not necessarily just with the fights, but with their positioning. Like, oh, it just sees the tip of the head. Like, he has all day to line that one up, but it's so quick. And that's the power player. That's the rotator. That is the best player in the world, eliminated in a key gun round. They just abort again.
And the responsibility of that call, I mean, Simple's not going to hear that door swing open. It's the top side players that have A, let it slip, and B, not identified it was possible.
Watch how heavy they have to rotate now. Every time these squeaky mollies and nades land, smokes, flashes, everything. They're going to have to respect this.
That was a lot of nades from the CTs this time. I think Simple made it abundantly clear that it was unacceptable. The Ts have even mollied down the vent, which is interesting.
But see, the thing is, yesterday, they were denying a lot of control towards that vent position.
Yeah, actually intrigued to know whether or not that wall of smokes will be contested. Oh, Electronic, that is something else. A double just as they fade. Heroic punished by their own smokes. Now, I'm not one to write Heroic out of a two-man disadvantage. Neither is Stown. And they do still have, even in a 3v5, Chad, there is an element of surprise in the fact that the bomb has now gone lower, or at least has access to lower. Ramp is going to be their fight. Bit not going to be affected by that flash, and he has the power position. He chooses to drop off. Oh,
Heard now.
Yeah, very, very audible. Cadian going around the world.
Attention is drawn towards Shush, and Bit had to drop lower, so they're aware of what's open here. 30 seconds left. It almost feels like they have to continue this play towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, it does. They need to basically find Bit so quickly that Boomich has to react. And, well, Boomich has reacted. And Shush starts to apply the pressure. This is the duel. Everything lying on that fight. Nice work from Boomich. Bit as well. And Na'Vi making another one of these, courtesy of Electronics double. Absolutely clean, spotless, as all five still alive. Cadian loses his life, and that AWP will fall into CT hands as well. Couldn't get better than that from Na'Vi to at least ensure that we have a competitive nuke ahead of us.
Yeah, great bounce back there. And we have to give credit to Electronic finding that timing there as the smokes faded. We were questioning where he was on Mirage, impact here early on Nuke, and we're going to need to see more and more. A very integral player on their CT side, playing around that main, close up behind those yard smokes. What's Heroic going to look into here? AWP back out for Katie, and the rifles are there. And, wow, 4 AK-47s for Na'Vi as well, so things are going well.
Get to see that simple AWP. Back in play. Refresh completely undeterred by that previous shortcoming of the smokes. Staring at his minimap as he navigates. God, it's a nightmare to observe, Rush. Fair play, you are keeping up. Oh, it's not Rush anymore.
No, he goes home early. It's Jakey.
One of them has a voice, that's the issue.
We get Jakey to call in, maybe. Call him up on WhatsApp.
But yeah, shout outs to Jakey for keeping track of this Heroic madness. Now, they are boosting. This would have worked great into that previous line. Now, nothing to report. Simple called upon. Should be good for one here. Nice ahead of the flash and pulls the trigger onto Tessus. If they could just find Bit, he's right in the open. Perfect find. That was Cadian and the bomb. Na'Vi doing everything right now. Shush, Electronics' next victim of round 10. And Bit's even pushing for more info. That's a great find. Na'Vi, can they keep it spotless? The answer's yes. Heroic humbled here on Nuke. Their T side is not all going to plan as Na'Vi force a timeout out of the Danes.
All right, well, good stuff here. And we know that Na'Vi's T side, we were just talking about it yesterday, it was very good. Very, very good. For Heroic here, what we're learning, I think 6 is fantastic. 6 is a really good start here. Anything that they can put on top is just cream at this point. Na'Vi are the ones who need to bounce back in a big way. 9 at the half, they'll be happy with that. Heroic looking and staring down the barrel of an eco here. There's enough money for Cadian, Refresh, and Tess. Oh, actually, no, they're not staring down the barrel of an eco at all. I've miscalculated the finances there. They can buy this one, but still the timeout to talk things through. Coaches both getting involved there. You can't see Blade's mouth, but I can tell you he's probably talking.
It was very funny watching Blade play the wrong answers only game. This dude is such a logical thinker. It just could not compute. Just couldn't. It's just not in his wheelhouse to say the wrong thing. You know, he's only got right answers as Blade. Now
we need to see a few more of them here. Oh, great nade.
Last time they tried Yard, it was Electronic that put them in their place. God, you gotta be deterred from it now. Surely, Heroic. You know there's one secret stairs. You haven't even seen the AWPer yet. Yeah, this is a full ripcord pull. Cancel that.
Yeah, big issues here now, though. Not working with a lot of utility here, and still a minute 10 left on the clock. Denied the one piece of real estate they put all their pressure behind, and now having to hope to find a pick. Smoke will fade towards Squeaky, and this is a good opportunity. If Boomich gets a little bit lazy with his clears, might go down.
Whoa, significant damage inflicted. And with 45 seconds, there is still uncertainty as to the final play. Na'Vi have rotated accordingly, though. Feels like they're in the right place.
They could try and vent drop here.
It's ambitious. As another smoke arrives, they'd have to be fully grey screened through that. Gosh, this is going to come down to, what, 15 seconds? They're stampeding towards ramp, and Bit wants to slow them down. Anything is good here. As they rip the bomb carrier down, Stown needs a double, and it's Tessus that steps up. Now they can go lower, and this round can continue to be competitive. Na'Vi have to spring to action.
Scrambling now.
Yeah, if they could just swing that door open and contest that plant just a little bit. Survival integral, they're being hunted. Electronic only 2, but that bomb can't go down. They've got no time, and I think Electronic has saved them. Oh, and even taking the AWP after. Shush is left with $350 in his back pocket, and they twist the knife, pour on the salt, and really hurt Heroic's chances. That one's going to leave a mark.
Great stuff from Electronic again here. Impact kills. This from Na'Vi looks great. 2 players ramp, 18 seconds left, but look at the kills from Stown and Tess. It's huge stuff to open the avenue towards lower. I love the tussle we're seeing. The thing is, Na'Vi was strong everywhere Heroic tried to go. Towards yard, strong. Came back towards top, strong. Went ramp, strong.
True.
It was great from both teams.
Oh dear. Just sending Tessus on a one-man mission, and it's worked out wonderfully. They could pull this across the line here if Bit founnies around with his nades. Solid defense so far, it seems, as both Boomich and Simple do manage to catch those pesky, aggressive pistols there. Okay,
maybe we get a chance for a breath here. Money again, good for 3 Heroic players. 2 not going to be able to purchase. Tessa's, as you mentioned, with that hero AK, just left with 3.6. Can get the Galil up. Shush, maybe into a Deagle. Confirmed with the purchase now, and on the RV, clawing their way back into this one, have tied things up 4 in a row to get the scoreline to 6-6, round number 13.
Their rotations have been real. I mean, to be rotating around a Heroic that are this fakey boy unit.
At this pace as well?
Yeah. Communication has to be at an all-time high. Oh, wow. Simple's actually well above it. Top of warehouse. It's a rare position, often good for one. The element of surprise, and he does strike, refresh the lone wolf on yard. Howls his last howl. Bit with the Asimov.
This is the issue with when you're so trigger happy, you know, you're so quick on these plays. If you just keep getting denied by util, it's almost like ping pong, back and forth we go. And Heroic are getting softened up on the journey. Stown and Cadian, bit more than tickled for Stown. Cadian still relatively healthy here, and again, completely denied map territory. If Refresh was able to park himself behind main, at least they're working with something, but here, denied towards ramp. No presence towards lobby now, and have to look back towards yard.
It's actually a good call in terms of finding some space. He says.
Yeah, watch this swing come in from Electronic. It's just going to be perfect timing.
I think it must have been the bomb spotted on Tessus there, because Simple has immediately been called into action. One crossing red. This is falling apart. Tess is trying to bail them out. Down with another frag. This is often how Heroic rounds go.
25, going towards heaven.
What are you up to?
This is noisy too.
That's with the bomb. Are they opting ramp? He's making so much noise on the ladder. Simple did rotate topside. I think Cadian was just using that ladder to try and stop the rotate. Now Bits is looking the wrong way. Simple's right behind them. He can deny this. He can deny this. Oh, both of them. No hope. He takes his time with his prey, playing with his food. God, this game. You just never know what you're gonna get. Like, I just can't wait to see the next round of play.
It's so fluid though. They never seem to stall out. There always seems to be some avenue, right?
Yeah.
Like, I blinked and Cadian was on the ladder. The next thing, they're both running down ramp. And Bit's looking the wrong way. Like,
can you explain that one?
I can't.
No, okay.
Like,
I'm not dumb.
the thing that's going on right now is there is so much going on all across the map at all points, right? And the gaps, they're always with Heroic. They're still finding the gaps. Well, that's 5 in a row for Na'Vi now.
Simple looks like he's having fun. This is his kind of game. Just a thinking man's game of Counter-Strike. Boom, it's straight on into the power position of Squeaky. It looks like a top pop. Expect to see that util released, and Perfecto is safe from the Molotov. It's a perfect position for this. He is blind and he is dead. If they could just clear that CT vent, they could make a round out of this. It's Tessus that delivers. Bit cannot contest just yet. If the Simple goes down, he's missed his shot into the domains of Tessus for a third. And this one's fallen apart for Na'Vi. Just an aggressive top pop. The frags delivered in large capacity from Tessus. And Revenge served this time ice cold.
I want everybody at home to take note of the pace of this game. Once we flip on over, you're going to see the contrast here in both of these teams' approaches to the T side.
I'd be getting a headache if I'm Electronic hearing all of that. He's got about 4 players he's tracking with his eardrums right now, and he may actually get away with it. Lovely doubly. Cadian's down, but a 7th found, and it was off the back of a really broken buy. 7-7, keeping it incredibly close. Now the battle to win out the half. As discussed, Chad has been readying you for our second half. The contrast will be inexplicable, so do go ahead and enjoy one final round of this Danish pace. Na'Vi, make no mistake, equally as beautiful, but a very different approach. Yard control smoke deployed. Refresh looking to house some of that. Cadian trying to vent trick. Oh, and he's gone down with the AWP. What a crazy cat.
With the AWP.
Yeah, and Simple's about to go ahead and hit him with the USP. No, no, no. Even better, a right click to find it. It did take a little more time, but that's not stopping Simple. Knife into the AWP. Heroic meet their maker. And Bit's here to finish the job. Swing open the door and put a fork in it. That is done. 17-8, Simple's warming up, as are we. 8-7, Na'Vi edge ahead on our second map of the semis.
Frank. Jeg sidder der. Ind højre. To er der. Begge er der.
Nej!
Sådan. Hvad med skranken tilbage?
Jeg planter bare hurtigt og holder høje.
Ja!
Nice, mand.
Sådan. Kom runde, drenge. Du er så god til at spray.
Tak. Den på. Молодец, den делай.
У тебя?
Хорошо, брать.
Вали, беру. Хорош.
Хорош, Валера, хорош, пацаны.
Дал.
It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. And then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Yes, every day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. When they tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, it's hard until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. the ceiling now. Have none I need to worry about.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to try and separate Na'Vi and Heroic. And, well, similar to the first map, we did have a very close half. It was a good haul, though. 70 rounds posted by Heroic. Anticipation for a Na'Vi T side that looked fantastic in their quarterfinal bout with Furia. And so we lock and load. It's time to see how Na'Vi fares on the attack. Heroic, an opportunity to close this out in 2, the semi-finals to complete and to guarantee our new head-to-head, a new fan favorite, Gambit versus Heroic. We saw that grand final not too long ago. Here's our Pro League Season 13. And Heroic besting Gambit in that marathon. Now we see if that rematch is on the cards, or if Na'Vi want to see us on a third. Inferno as a third map decider, and already a lot of space taken in yard here, Chad.
Yeah, Simple's got his P250 as well. They've secured real estate towards Heaven, Warehouse. Now the lobby push is coming in from Heroic in response.
He's got no armor, and his job is to hold lobby. I mean, I say hold, perhaps not hold, but monitor. It's a hilarious nade to be throwing on a pistol.
Oh, towards windows as well.
Boomich is up. Bits in T-spawn. The bomb and his partner in crime are lower, and Simple's making as much noise as he possibly can. Confirms Tessus is up on the railings. Cadian really wants to take Perfecto out of this position. That's 2 nades they've invested to
Why is no one shooting Cadian?
And Cadian is going to eventually go down. Electronic bringing it topside. He does goose down and will be finished off. That was the raid boss, and every shot connects for Na'Vi.
Tessus has the nades here, but ooh, can't even get his head up Heaven. Boomich locking that one down.
Not allowed to piece anything together here, and those contact points, they keep poking you. Nicely done. Na'Vi will extend their lead.
I think both teams very, very happy with the map pool here today, right? You saw Mirage come through, thought pretty, well, you'd favor Heroic as the favorites in this matchup, right? But you think pretty 50-50 in terms of where it could fall. Same thing with Nuke.
Dude, I think the general consensus was about 50-50.
Very hard matchup to call. Shush has the shotgun. So, look, not unusual to see on the CT side, but I want to monitor this closely.
They are contesting yard heavily, 3 of them. Ready and raring to go. But, as we discussed, we get ready for the contrast.
Yeah, it's not the run and gun anti-eco straight down secret or ramp. It's slow, methodical. Clear your corners. Don't fall into any of this funny business.
Yeah, and this angle's perfect for... Oh, clearing out 1, but they do connect. 2, 3
no!
shots, it's happened! Oh, complete catastrophe. So now you've lost the bomb. And it does look like Heroic are going to concede it.
Yeah, they've given a lot of space here. So if Perfecto, they have a lot of time. If we're going to look at that positive right here for Na'Vi, Perfecto just needs to reclaim that C4. He can do, and he's even grabbed a kill. If Bit clears directly down onto Refresh here, this is a difficult fight for both.
Oh.
Look at this angle
He's in a great little safe spot. I'm not sure if Perfecto would have spotted him. Bit does go down. Refresh, such a thorn in their side. They can't seem to get him down. No one can. Refresh pushed up and gathers himself an AK-47 for his troubles.
Oh, they've all got upgrades there as well. Shush grabbing a Galil in the final stages of that round, and just, oh, fantastic for Heroic.
Oh, I've got flashbacks of the first half. I could have sworn this is how it started. This second round just bested. That Warehouse player just perfectly stopping that jump aggress they were setting up onto Refresh. Stown hit his shots, everyone did. All right, it's Na'Vi's turn.
Oh, they're going to feel like they should have a lot more rounds here, Na'Vi, with both pistol victories. Up against it, Simple has been making it look easy in spurts. Smokes of that secret cross have landed. Cadian trying to monitor the T-red cross, and now he has to call the rotation is possible. Unloads into the smoke, and Stown, he's already lower to deal with this.
Yeah, and he wasn't expecting Electronics so quick, so he does draw the util out nice and early. So what we were seeing from Electronic against Furia was his power to slowly creep and crawl behind enemy lines, using that warehouse position as a starting point. Now he's doing it again. Cadian will have to be aware that they could be close. And that's what that sweep indicates. Oh, he spotted a leg. But I think he's aware and ready. Back his turn now, and Electronic can strike. He will knock down Cadian. And that could be the start of the Na'Vi Deagle Armor response. They just lost that second round force. Now looking to respond in kind. They got so much space here. Heroic are about to be closed in on. Some multi-frags required. Shush has to hold his nerve on Heaven. And it's easy for Electronic. Only one from Refresh as well. It's just back and forth. And this one's going Na'Vi's way. Tessus is a dead man walking up the ladder. Down demanded a 1v4. And I think it's just too tall of an order. It's a venti mocha choca frappuccino. It's just not really for anyone.
Sounds like the pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a tall order.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Nice.
I'll have the mocha choca frappa with the extra sprinkles.
And the whipped cream. Having a hard time piecing these together because this is what we were talking about in map number 1 in the second half. It didn't matter what the weaponry was.
Yeah.
It feels like the similar situation here. Both of these teams are so good at reacting off of the information that they're given or the space that they can take and the combination of the two, right? How you need to react, the fights that you need to isolate. Stavn will get to hold on to this AK. It's a great consolation because it is likely to see another heroic force by here. But Electronic has turned up in a big way on this second map. Instrumental so far for Na'Vi without their 10 rounds, or throughout their 10 rounds.
And compulsory to be seeing Electronic at this stage. I mean, this is semi-finals stuff. We saw his stats do seem to have fallen off a cliff at times. You know, he's supposed to be the second in command. At times hasn't even been in the top 3 of some of their battles here in the playoffs.
A bit more splotchy.
Splotchy, yeah. A 3-man ramp lean as Na'Vi start to work their magic towards the yard. Cadian's only got a scout, so as soon as he's smoked off, his reaction is going to have to be just to accept that warehouse hold. Like, you can't actively hold warehouse with just the scout. His team are the ones to take this lobby control back. Cadian does call that there's potential. Oh, the cross, simple. Pulls no punches. And it's a double rotate from that ramp aggress we were just discussing. They have util, and they haven't chosen to drop it yet. It would be too indicative of the space that Na'Vi can take. Instead, they silently set themselves up.
Yeah, this is awkward. That util would be great if you wanted to slow them down. You knew they were coming here, but if you throw it, you tell them exactly where you are, and they will just find another avenue here.
Is anyone housing that vent to top? Through lobby passively, I suppose.
Lots of nades here for Na'Vi, though. They have multiple Molotovs. You're expecting one towards this dark position.
Oh, Stout peeking out, doesn't find his frag. The wallbangs are keeping him on notice. Lots of wallbangs. Stout surely dead now. Mollies, wallbangs, everything. Shush has missed his bullets. He does fall to simple. And it is a bit of a mess. It looks like Na'Vi have come out on top, though. Good deagling from Refresh. He's always a threat.
Yeah, it just felt like they were lining the headshots up there for him, but walking away with that. And Na'Vi, good utility usage there. You can see multiple positions mollied, really helping them out as they take that lower site. And Heroic will have to bend the knee here. They cannot force buy again. Nothing carried through. And Na'Vi should be set for their 12th here. An opportunity to have a 4-round lead. Simple's operating with a MAC-10. That tells me something fast, likely in play. Squeaky getting naded open. Will be quick.
And top side looks clear, boys.
Yeah,
no one's shooting at me.
This is a similar to what we saw in the first half, right? Heroic were the ones who were getting away with not having to find too much contact. The stack from Heroic goes missing in a similar way. Stavn has this flash, right? And oh, okay, couple spotted towards this yard position.
Everyone go climbing.
And I'll flash you in.
I'll flash you in.
Would be good if Na'Vi could get the bomb down quicker, though, because this does start to become a problem the longer they take to plant. And okay, never mind.
He heard you. Finally overwhelmed the MAC-10. element of surprise is lost, and they charge in ahead of that. Oh my god, they've actually got a kill.
It's not planted for them.
It's not.
They're all on the wrong side of this one.
Yeah, if Perfecto went down, they'd definitely have to be charging in on that sound cue. Whoa, there you have it. Frags are found by Na'Vi's remaining 3, extending their lead. A nice 4-round berth, as you aforementioned. Just that one blip on the radar, which was that second round 4. So Na'Vi, yeah, as you discussed, have won both of those pistols. A different outcome here in our second half.
Buy's not great for Heroic here. Famous for Shush. He's got the kid as well. Bunch of util and big smiles for Simple. So here we go. Na'Vi win this. They are set up to take the map, take us to Inferno, the 3rd in the series.
Whew. Electronic walking towards that tracer fire. And he, just as one fades, he advances. This is the gap he likes to pip. Down secret. Cadian may not be ready for Boomich here. They both have silently descended. Heroic silently positioning themselves with a 3-man topside hold. It's very potent.
Very noisy towards lower as well, so hoping this rotate comes in. Teslas will drop down.
Refresh confirms this funny business. That was the bomb-spotted lobby as well. They spotted Simple on that hut fight. Refresh, just by taking a little bit of an aggressive look, he's going to meet his end. Shush lucky to get away with that. They're hunting him. Oh, wallbanging him. 38 seconds, and Electronic's been down here for a while. I wonder if Stan will clear that vent. He's already out and back into the top side, being the entry fracker as well. Cadian does manage to catch that bomb. Shush does not have the weapon for the job, and it gets very difficult from here. The denial from Stan is everything. Trying to run away, Tessus takes the next port of call, and now a one-on-one. Perfecto, he's been so good on Mirage for them. The Mirage sound cue, or rather, sorry, the reload. And the bait, Down goes down. It's Perfecto that pulls Na'Vi's 13th out. A sigh released from the Dane. It's Na'Vi now chasing that 3rd map. It is just 3 rounds away.
Yeah, and good reason for the side. They win that round, they're able to make the buy work. Unfortunately for them here, even with the loss bonus where it's at, it will just be likely pistol upgrades or an ugly looking force. Great clutch here from Perfecto. Look, he hasn't had the most kills in this second map, but that's impact right there. Up to 12. Down to the pistols. Heroic. One's getting away from them here. Both teams look like they're set to take each other's map pick.
Ooh. Oh, any more? I think he might.
Starting to warm into this one. Ouch.
Not gonna happen today. Perfecto, though, the clutch master and 3 killer. Whoa, Tess has taken a lot of liberties there. You can see he was stampeding, hoping that Bit wouldn't have heard it due to the flash. Surprise him with a big change up of that position. Just not quite going to work out for him this time.
Difficult to see how Heroic can have much more impact in a round like this. Cadian would have to get both of these kills. So many nades left over for Na'Vi to work through this round.
Yeah, but Na'Vi's T-side, dude, it's nearly been flawless. They're not going to let anything like this slip away.
The warehouse smokes that they're throwing now, right? When you see the first one come out that lands just in front of main, it's actually a little bit wider than when they throw the standard L blocks, or at least it looks to be. And when CTs throw that aggressive T-red smoke that we see them do so they can play behind it, they can look top main, it actually links up nicely for Electronic, because you see him go out, he plays behind the CT smoke, then he quickly hard strafes behind their own smoke, creeps up as close as he can. The second team smoke from his reinforcements behind him lands. And the cool thing with this is, instead of the L block, how we've been seeing it get played with the warehouse smoke thrown, they've gone, if they want to fight us from warehouse, we'll just shoot them. It's as simple as that they've just gone, okay, yeah, like if they really want to contest us, sure.
It's never going to be 3, is it? You know, like, I mean, it's a 1-for-1 at the absolute worst. This was Perfecto just containing this Heroic pistol, not letting anything go awry.
Well, right here is where we find out if there's much more to be told in map number 2. Right, I'll need to take the time out to talk this one through, and yeah, you can understand why.
Look at that recap, dude, yeah. T-side from Na'Vi is just really sucked the air out of the Heroic headquarters.
The thing is, with this last string of 5 that they've gotten, 4 of which they haven't even needed to get the bomb down. Like, it's the elimination is how they've been getting across the line. So it's no need for that bomb to explode. They've just been eradicating Heroic. And what that tells is the lack of saves. So you're not seeing the rifles carried through to be a bit more jarring. When teams are forced onto the full ecos or the pistol upgrades, it's never going to look as deadly. When you know there's an AWP or there's an M4 and somebody makes a play, that's when things really start to unravel in these scenarios. And Na'Vi are actually going to take a time out of their own. Why the hell not?
Yeah, why the hell not? Whether it's not just to throw an extra 30 seconds onto the call Heroic have just made. I reckon Blade's done that deliberately. He's like, listen, okay, there's some Russian lip readers out there. They're working
you think?
They're working overtime for Gambit. I'm sick of this.
We're going to just tilt the camera up. You see him start getting the folder out, putting that up in front of him now when he every time he speaks. Look, right now, we've got the buy for Heroic. It's the AWP out for Katie, and he's the only one with residual cash, and he's the only one who can afford a kit. Now, he hasn't bought it just yet, and it doesn't look like he will. So if we get into a bomb down situation, which, as we just mentioned, hasn't really been how these rounds have needed to trickle on down, real problems for Heroic here. They're already facing a bunch.
Oh dear, Stown is not having fun there. I don't know if he can get out of that. Yikes. 20 HP and a Molotov with his name on it.
See you, mate.
Goodbye. Well played by Boom. It's just that you saw he relentlessly gets onto Silo early and just jumps just to catch that aggressor, but this time he catches that warehouse player. They are going to be perhaps enticed into that Cadian AWP. You see what you're saying? This enables them to not only challenge the main player, just like that. Oh, it's so nerdy. Na'Vi looking good temporarily. Refresh wants to change that, and a dink is exchanged. It's Tessus that finishes the job. Perfecto down to 9. Bit the healthy one.
They know where both are.
Yeah, the one way won't extinguish, I don't think. It does. Ugh. Now you can peek over it. Didn't spot Bit. Bit overextended there from Tessus, and it leaves Cadian in the sticky situation with the aforementioned no kit. Would have loved to have gone for it had it been that 2v2. One from Heaven, one from Lobby. Now... Oh, the fact he has the USP for the fight onto Perfecto, he can go for it. I think he's worked it out, you know. I think he's worked it out. Molly would have to hold it. They push through the flames and Bit secures it. 15 for Na'Vi. I can feel that third map just looming over the heads of Heroic, and they can too. We'll see this again. Stown really had no fun. No fun allowed in that warehouse position.
I think that was just to deal with the way that Electronic has been approaching this yard position, right? Because we saw the same thing. The CT smoke, we saw the util getting dumped. He even put down his own molly there to try and disrupt the smoke wall coming on out. And as soon as he get isolated, the molly lands, he has to fight. The power position held from Na'Vi. And now it's just Heroic with 3 Famises, 2 M4s. They have a kit this time round, but util extremely light on. It just comes down to these duels, hoping that Na'Vi give away a couple of freebies here, because if they continue to play this very slow, methodical game of Counter-Strike, they will just pick Heroic apart. Right now on the map, there are so many smokes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I think it was maybe even close to 8 there. They're starting to fade already. There were so many smokes just thrown straight out the gate. That was the last smoke of the round, just deployed. There are no smokes left.
Okay. And so it begins. Oh, Electronic is being tested by Refresh this time. Completely blind and booked. An advantage for Heroic in their 7-round sprint towards that overtime. Chance here for Cadian. Nearly takes both of them down. It's looking great, though, for the Danes. There's only 2 of them remaining on Na'Vi, but one of them is the ever-sharp Perfecto. Refresh stands strong, and down goes the last. Okay. First of what is required. 6 more if they want to weather this long, long road to a 2-0. Or maybe Inferno, 3rd map decider.
I'd like Inferno, just because of the type of Counter-Strike we've had, right? It's been very explosive when Heroic are on the T side. You're getting the opposite of that when Na'Vi are on their T half, a lot slower. Color by number, Counter-Strike, taking all the precautions in the world, even innovating. The rifles are back out.
Wait, Electronic has just walked straight out into the site, and it looks like the Danes have dealt with it. One more could slip. It's Perfecto. Down the vent, Simple jumping off the main roof. He's gone too. A perfect defense from Heroic here.
Tried to change the pace here. Hasn't worked in Na'Vi's favor at all. This is really going to hurt going forward. To have a round like this where Heroic get to stand tall and have everybody survive, in the next round they'll have all the goodies unless Perfecto can do some damage. Quick shot there onto Stown. What an adjustment. Down to 12 HP. Shouldn't be too much longer in this round.
No safer way to get info in that lower site.
We just played chicken with an air conditioner motor, and I think we won. I think we came out on top of that battle there, Alex.
I'm still not convinced. I think he's destroying us.
I think there's a man up in that aircon here just trying to rattle us, literally.
Yeah, and hilariously, I'm really hot right now as well. Like, he's not even doing his job.
We did have to turn it off, and it's still making noise.
Just
sorry, everybody.
Anyway, we do apologize for any extra noise, white noise you may be hearing behind our microphones.
I'd have to give you this action just with our voices here, ladies and gentlemen. The round is live. We're minute 30 on the clock, and we're going to piece this one together. Electronic has been able to slip the net in towards Secret. Here you go. We've got the pictures. Yeah, we've got the pictures. We're back.
The moving pictures. Technology is there. I'm glad you didn't miss too much. Can you believe it? Stown's back there. Boomich was the one that booked him last time. This time, I don't think he's been spotted out. Tessus is tested, and the missed eagle shots from Perfecto. More destruction on the yard position. Stown has got this multi-kill again. So what was this impossible 7-round gap to close is certainly shrinking. Bit. Gonna give it everything she's got. Smoke will fade. Cadian is close. And he is very ready for it. A second frag is available. God, his crosshair looked bang on. Stown weathers it. 3 frags from him as well on that yard position. So making good on the previous round where he was punished. And now what does it read for Na'Vi's bank?
Not great. Not great at all here. 3 on the trot right here from Heroic has meant that Na'Vi are out of funds. They will need to be humbled and take a bit of a save here.
They've got their pay-in book. Decide they'll probably just save it for another day.
Did you ever have to save your pocket money to buy anything that you were really after?
Yeah, I mean, I think essentially I was saving for music, like the CDs. That was my general metric.
CDs, okay. Yeah. One of the So Fresh latest hits. Wow, a decent attempt there from Bit. Just got lost in the smoke almost. Gets down the van, and Electronic's going to try. They're just popping in.
Yeah, not going to be the same kind of impact we saw from Mirage, where it just felt like every round, every single one of them had was up for debate. Seems like Heroic have got their head screwed on tight for any of these fast plays. And Simple certainly always got a head on his shoulders, and that player behind that CT vent is incredibly low, so no opportunity to be given. The smoke is down. Simple has 60 seconds to maneuver around here, and every click of his mouse has resulted in death of a Dane. Taking all the time he could. Now with the door closed, takes a glance. No one's home. That's a chance and a challenge. Simple realizes his mistake and looks for that push. Tessus is there. Okay, a sigh of relief, I'm sure, from everyone in Copenhagen. Heroic taking themselves to 12.
Doable now. Looks like Na'Vi are running out of some ideas, right? It's felt like in those last few, especially that spurt of 3, that rush, it felt like they were in a rush to close this one out. But now, maybe it's going to be regular programming. Another timeout taken here. A good opportunity for Blade to set the record straight. Simple straight into the AK. There won't be an AWP in play on the T side. Heroic, on the other hand, have Cadian brought back in. Plenty of kits now. Head armor galore. Looking at full sets of util. So looking great for Heroic here as we get a little bit of a recap. Scores on the doors just there for everybody at home. Top performers, Natus and Stown, 19 apiece over there in the Heroic camp. And of course, Simple 25, 20 for Bit. Electronics got 19. And here we go.
Heroic just need to match Na'Vi's CT round haul. And Na'Vi have already got themselves to that map point. Mirage. Where does Mirage come from? That was our first series of the day's first map. Told you I'm getting hot.
Under the collar,
I can't
in the
talk.
brain. We'll open the door after this. We'll go outside and spray you down with the hose.
40 degrees here. As the video games do surge on. Cadian missing his shot, and that will be a quick... Nope, no words there.
He's creeping up again behind this smoke. Electronic are going to be spotted here. Shadow is good for Stown. Another opening falls in favor here of the Danes. And yeah, really looks like Na'Vi starting to run out of ideas. Once Electronic can't get that space, or even when he does, the wall was starting to be erected now. More nade damage done towards ramp. Perfecto just chipped away at. And in they go.
Fresh is there in time, and a crossfire with Tesses. Oh, it's no fun to break this ramp. Even Shush is going to be there in time. However, with Refresh down, and Simple taking them both down, he's managed to solve all of the problems Na'Vi may have had. Needs to find a safe place to plant. And a man advantage, but Na'Vi, they could finish it here off the back of Simple's double entry. Simple would have to do it all, though. Not only the entry, but the clutch. Ace clutch demanded of Simple for the map. They've got kits. They dumped their util. Simple dancing around the vents, looks to reposition. Bomb about half gone now. Advantage growing for Simple. First frag found again. Simple's doing it all. I think he knows where he's coming from. The flash is perfect. They're getting hunted. And Simple, he finishes it for Na'Vi. That is one way to do it. Style oozing out of every pore. Double entry, 1v3 clutch. His name is Simple. And we're off